Yo, what's happening, people? It's your boy Michael, and welcome to another episode of Juego Bonito. It's been a minute between all of us. I think it's been like a month because we've all been busy and stuff, but we're back, and what a time to be back because a lot has happened, even in the last 24 hours. And with me today, I got Nick and Eric. What are you guys saying?
What's going on, man? Good to be back.
What's up, bro?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. So obviously, probably no other place to start except for other than GMbappe, killing Mbappe to stay at PSG after a crazy negotiations yesterday. At some point, people were saying Madrid was like guaranteed. I think Ornstein dropped an announcement like last week that he agreed personal terms, and then now all of a sudden, the Qataris just went to Mbappe. They gave him the GM role. This guy gets to make all the decisions, in charge of all the transfers. If you don't pass to him, he's benching you, all that kind of stuff. But Eric, I'll go with you first. What are your initial thoughts on like Mbappe most likely staying at PSG?
Well, for me, it's kind of interesting because I've always thought of this thing that, many people on social media think he's running away from the grind, but I think he's kind of running towards the grind. I think it's very interesting at the fact that people think that he's kind of taking the easy way out, but I do think that he's trying to stick to a project and trying to make it his own. So I think it's very interesting. But uh, I have a lot of respect for him because I think it's something way more difficult than just going to Real Madrid. Like he wants to stay at the club and do something that he's wanted to do for a long time, and he's obviously failed as well. He's gone into the quarterfinal and gone to the final against Bayern, and he hasn't achieved that yet. So I think that the 2-year plan will be perfect. So he gets a team, he gets the little LeBron role, I'm guessing, and he gets to control. If it works and if it doesn't, then he leaves and he can do the best he can. So I think it's like, at least if he leaves, like he can't say he didn't try.
Nick.
Yeah, I agree with Eric in that sense because it's like he's taking on a lot more responsibilities. Because being a GM, I know we're joking like a GM, but he's got and he's in charge of most things now. So he's not just going onto the field and playing and doing his best to score and helping his team win. He's making sure that everything's running smoothly, so it just works. It's his job to do basically everything now. The coach is now just what's the word, obsolete, because he is the coach. So um, I'm happy he's not going to Madrid because I can't stand them anymore. Um, if it's not Modric, I don't like any of them. So yeah, it'll be interesting to say the least to see what he's going to do with PSG now.
Yeah, like what Eric point, the grind. Obviously, I tweeted yesterday. The grind is playing in the winning the UCL final with Danilo Pereira because that's in your midfield and Ander Herrera. That's really the grind. But it is interesting. Like obviously, he's Parisian born, so that's his homegrown club. So like the whole purpose of him going to PSG in 2017 was to win the Champions League with them, and he hasn't achieved that yet. So I kind of get why he wants to go. Obviously, you got people like Mark Goldberg saying he's staying for the money, which I don't think is true because I think his mom came out and said today that the financial package was pretty similar. I'm going to assume that PSG is a little higher than Madrid's, but in terms of financial, it's not that much of a difference. Because if it were, like, I just think that I think the thing that convinced him was the sporting project, like that they gave him the full control. He kind of has a say in everything, so it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, people are saying he's leading to PSG, but you never know what could happen. There's always twists and turns in transfer saga, so he could still decide to go to Real Madrid. You never know. Big on my boys is done. But yeah, one thing came out a couple minutes ago before we went live. I'll get you guys' thoughts on it. Some guy from Spain, I think Rodrigo Fires, said that Perez will never go in for Mbappe again if he doesn't sign this year. What do you guys think about that?
I think W cap. There's absolutely no way. But I mean, like, I feel like he's just trying to be petty, like he's done with other people's contracts in the past. Like he's done it with every legend who's like turned 30 years old. Like besides Modric, I think like he was that way with Ramos, for example. Where it's like, oh yeah, what if you don't care, I don't care, kind of like that like toxic relationship kind of thing. But I know deep down he obviously does care. Like this is a literal generational player that he's kind of almost losing away. Like he's almost a finger away from it. It's slipping from his fingers. There you go. It's slipping from his fingers. And like I think if he really lets it slip, he's gonna regret it for the rest of his life. And I think if he has the other opportunity to do, he's definitely gonna do it again. So I think he's lying through his teeth and trying to act like he doesn't care.
Yeah, like it's complete cap because if Mbappe stays at PSG, then he's going to miss out on both Haaland and Mbappe, and I don't think he's going to want to have that on his record at all, because it's Perez. He wants everything his way. It's his way or no way. So if Mbappe's available in 2 years, then he's definitely at least going to make a run at him again.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get their point because like Mbappe did give his word to Real Madrid that he's signing with them, so I kind of get why Madrid are frustrated because like when you give your word to someone, you should probably honor it in a way. But I guess PSG but nothing was signed. That's the thing, and Madrid are Perez is by the assumption that like if you give your word, it's good enough. And I think someone said that. I mean, have we ever heard of anyone say no to Real Madrid after they agreed with them? Like it's Real Madrid, especially for like a French player. Once you get like when Real Madrid comes calling, you don't say no to them most times. Especially Mbappe, this kid has Real Madrid posters all over. He had Real Madrid posters all over his wall when he was like 13. So I kind of get where Madrid are coming from, but he also didn't have a signed agreement. So I know a word is supposed to be bond, but stuff happens. The other teams offered them and stuff. So you never know. Also, I think with Mbappe, I think his family played a huge role to it because his family was the one that got him to PSG 5 years. Was it 7 years ago now? 5 years ago now. I guess because his parents are French and everything, and so allegedly, I just want to say the allegedly part. They're kind of playing the huge role in convincing him to stay again. So it's interesting what he'll choose, but I think what was it? I think was it Mario Cortegna that said that Saturday, if he chooses Saturday, he's staying, and if he chooses Sunday, he's leaving, or is it the other way around?
I think it was what you said.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a bunch of people that are saying that he's made his decision already, and it's just whether he does it or not. But what I say he should do is, since the UCL finals in Paris, obviously next week, just wait till after that, come out wearing the kit of the team you're gonna go to or stay, and just have it like that. That's prime script writing right there. But
Yeah, we were talking about this. We said like they should do like some like WWE type thing, like they just come out and like pick the shirt or like pick the hat or whatever, or like at least how like college athletes in America do it, where like they sit and they have the little 3 hats of the college you're going to, and they pick the hat. That would be pretty cool, but
let's spice it up.
Spice it, make it interesting. This is the
some
greatest
flair.
saga of the past 15, 20 years.
Announce it on Fabrizio Romano's Twitch account.
No,
Good lord, no one's watching that.
I say he should do it on El Chiringuito. That's what he should announce.
That would be great. Well, that's pretty obvious where he's going then.
Now, what if he says Madrid though? Now, what if he says PSG though?
Oh, they're kicking him off the show, and they're all cursing at him, like throwing tables at him.
Yeah, bro, they might like hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I didn't say like do it in person. I said like do it virtually.
Oh, they'll find him.
Oh, they'll find him. Yeah, they definitely.
I know they will.
They'll have people there waiting with him.
I know they will. He might go Qatar to do that.
Like off camera, there'll be like a gun pointed at him. Like you better pick me good, man.
But yeah, it's a crazy thing. But what do you guys think he's doing? Obviously, like I want to say PSG, but
wait, what do you mean?
Like if you gun to your head right now, what do you think he's choosing?
Oh, probably PSG.
Yeah, he's staying now, unless some random thing happens within the next 12 hours.
Yeah.
Who knows? Well, Perez. I don't doubt Perez to do anything in life. So this guy.
Yeah, this guy definitely has mob ties.
Yeah, so never know with this guy, but it'll be interesting. We'll keep updating on that. Moving on to another saga, not really though. Lewandowski to Barcelona. Nick, initial thoughts on one of your greatest ever players leaving to go to Catalonia?
Honestly, just let him leave. I'm getting tired of it. He obviously he's accomplished everything. He won the Champions League. He won however many Bundesligas, the Pokal, the Super Cup, the Club World Cup. So, the only thing he'd have left is there's one more record that he's tied with Gerd Muller with right now. I think it's like 40 goal seasons, like consecutively. He's got like 7. I think the record's 8. No, to break the record, it would be 8 or something crazy like that. But I'm Brazo saying and the board saying that they're just not going to let him leave. It's not a good look. It's pretty horrible. He very clearly doesn't want to stay and doesn't want to renew his contract. So just let him go. It'll really suck. He's one of my favorite players of all time. But we've got Kalajic in the wings. He's a very good player. Obviously not Lewa caliber, but let him go. Let him steal one of Messi's Ballon d'Ors that they have in the museum. So, yeah, I'm just getting tired of it. I'd like an answer for if he's staying or leaving right now.
And you got your own Pogba situation on their hand. Obviously, a better player, but just whether the club will let him go and stuff. But yeah, Eric, from a neutral's point, what do you think?
I think it's actually disappointing. I find it like kind of sad in a way. Like I didn't think it would end like this, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, obviously it doesn't really affect me that much. Obviously, it's like Chelsea's transfer list. Like he's like their plan C striker. Obviously, not because if they don't rate him or not, just because like other financial situations. But yeah, it's kind of sad to think that the greatest or one of the greatest strikers of our generation is like kind of hanging out that way. It kind of feels like he didn't really get his farewell in a way, so it's kind of sad, but it also doesn't affect me that much. But I do feel for Nick, of course.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, I kind of get why he wants to go Barca because it's Barcelona in a way. Like it's a good club. They have some sort of a project, even though I think once Dembele leaves, that project's cooked because Xavi ball is basically just Dembele ISO ball. But that's another discussion for another day. But it'll be interesting with Lewa. I mean, I guess I don't know that much. I kind of do know about Bayern's financial situation because Nick texts us every day about how terrible their financials. Well, not how terrible, how cheap they are in a way.
Yeah, it's not that they don't have money; it's that they don't want to spend it in the right areas.
It's kind of sad that Bayern won't like. Wait, no, is it with like Lewa? Is it like he wants to like no matter what they offer him, or is it like they're not respecting him enough in terms of like what they're offering?
If they don't give him, I'm pretty sure this is what if they don't give him exactly what he wants, like to the year, to the cent, then he's gone. And Bayern, it's very rare that they're almost like Madrid. It's very rare that they offer players that are over 30 big contracts, and there's exceptions like Neuer and Muller. But with Lewandowski, it's kind of just I guess they just don't want to do it with him.
Interesting. I mean, I would personally like he's one of the best strikers. He's still currently top two.
He put up like 50 goals this season in all competitions. Yeah. What more do you want from him?
Yeah, he's still top two strikers in the world. We're kind of seeing now that like an over 30-year-old is not how it was 15 years ago. They're actually like still producing to a high level. That's like the evolution of sport. So I mean, for me, I would give him whatever thing he wants because he's arguably Bayern's greatest ever forward in the modern day era, ever since like Kurt Muller and stuff. So I would pay him the money, but Brazil's a different man than me, so he has different values and morals.
That man needs to just resign, just leave on your own terms because everyone hates you right now. So,
yeah, to stick with Bayern, are there any like other news like within the club or no?
Not a whole lot. Like Mazraoui basically confirmed. Gravenberch has been in the final stages for like weeks now. They're looking at Kalajic and Mane. I would very much prefer Kalajic. Gnabry turned down another offer, and I saw something that if they don't get Mbappe, then Madrid is going after Gnabry, which would be interesting. I don't know how true it is. I only saw it with one tweet, so take that with a grain of salt. What else with Bayern? Konrad Leimer, he's a big target. As Eric said, if one Austrian from Leipzig doesn't work out, get the other one. And he would be interesting. He's only like 20 mil. Very good player. But I think he's a luxury at this point. I think we need someone that is more of a 6. And him as a lone 6 would suck. Not suck, but he's just not ideal. Zula is leaving finally. What else? We need another center back that they're looking for. Yeah, and I think that's it.
Not that somewhat busy, somewhat not busy. Obviously, still got the season. Well, your season's over, so yeah, Bundesliga season's over, so yeah. Moving on to another Bundesliga club because the news came out today. Marco Rose got fired by Borussia Dortmund.
That was hilarious.
Marco Rose hype.
I have something about their end of the season meeting that's pretty funny.
Go ahead.
So, while they were reviewing the season, the meeting only took 2 hours to review 40 plus games. 2 hours.
I'm guessing it went Probably when like Holland was injured half the year. That's why we sucked in the meeting.
That's not
So,
why they sucked. But it's a big
nah,
reason.
nah. Oh,
I get
and
what-
they had no center backs. That's the other reason.
Well, they got 2 now. Very good signings, but
Well,
like
one
Uli
good.
Hornes said, second place is secured.
I saw this tweet earlier, so I want to ask you guys about it. Like, because Pochettino is most likely in PSG, obviously. Do you think that Dortmund should hire him, and do you think that like he could create a title race for them in a way?
No.
That's the funniest thing I've heard today.
I just read the tweet. I was just saying. Gosh.
I mean, that's the perfect signing for them because he's definitely someone who would get them to second place every year. So that would be a good signing for Dortmund standards, where their owners and board admit that they want to get second. So that's a phenomenal signing for them. But for a club that actually wants to win titles, I don't think so.
You see, Blake Hernandez knows.
But it should Pochettino about. I mean, I kind of get why like, people were saying that because like Pochettino's like a project manager, like the youth, like younger players and all that. He's a bit more of a developmental manager based on his idea of Spurs, and Dortmund are kind of like a little better than Spurs, but they're kind of similar to Spurs in Germany in a way. Like obviously they've won titles in recent years, but in like the modern, like the last 5 years and stuff like that, they're kind of just like always like a nearly club and stuff like that. So I think Poch would be a good appointment for them. Obviously, I don't think he'll win the Bundesliga either, but like, I mean, true, yeah, true, but I don't think he'll win it. But I think he'll make it a little more competitive than like a Marco Rose because I think Poch is a better manager than Marco Rose in my opinion. So I think he'll make it a little more. Maybe not in maybe in the Champions League he could do a little better with them because he's made the UCL final with Spurs, so maybe he could do something there instead of like within the league. But it'll be interesting. I wonder, but I think they have someone else in their sights. If I read it correctly,
I was asleep when that news broke, so
yeah, I just saw in the morning when I woke up. And I was like, damn. But yeah, might as well touch on Real Madrid. But since we talked about them a little with Mbappe, but we didn't talk about like what happens if they don't get Mbappe. So their season's over. Well, they have the UCL final, which we'll touch on next week when we preview that. But their La Liga season's over. They won the title and everything. Number 35. If they don't get Mbappe, it was rumored that they'll sign 3 to 4 players. Who do you guys think they should sign in the forward position? Since obviously it wouldn't be Mbappe. Eric, I'll go to you first.
In what positions exactly?
It'd be right wing. Right wing.
In right wing, who I think it should sign?
Yeah, like a player. Just throw it out there.
Honestly, I couldn't think of anyone because any right wing would be better than Asensio. So I'm trying to. I mean, are they linked with anyone? Like I can pick from like a short list that they have.
Mahrez was one I heard.
And there's Gnabry.
There's Gnabry. I threw Salah out there. Yeah, like Baker Nash. I threw Salah out there because I'm like, Perez is gonna be on a mission. If Mbappe doesn't come, this guy's out for blood. He's gonna go into every big club and try to poach all their players. And I'm thinking Salah obviously has 1 year left on his contract. He hasn't extended yet. Like his contract's running out. I said $100 million bid, and Madrid fans went on my comments and started saying, "Don't joke with that one because he's not Galactical level." So
he's not.
To them. So yeah, he's not the superstar signing, but obviously Salah would be an elite signing because Vinicius and Benzema and Salah, that's a crazy front three. That's almost as close as you could get to Mbappe. Benzema, Vinicius, obviously. But would you?
Yeah, I think I would rather go with Gnabry. I feel like they don't really need that other superstar signing just to like band-aid the Mbappe miss. I think they should go with someone more like not really low-key level, but someone who can put the same numbers and not for the same exact price tag.
I like the Mahrez shot. I'm not gonna lie, because Mahrez like he's not like a but he's like a decent like in terms of like because Madrid care about commercial. We heard the Perez leaks from like last year. This guy cares about commercials and shirt signings. Mahrez is pretty big in Africa. He has like a big following there, obviously.
Also fun to watch.
He's got the flair to play Real Madrid. So like he'll be a good right wing signing as well. Vinicius, Benzema, Mahrez, little Algerian link up between Benzema and Mahrez. It's kind of dope. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, but he's very 50-50 in with the City fan base. Many people just think that he only scores for like against Burnley and Leeds or whatever. He doesn't show up in big games because the pen he missed, yada yada.
I think it is time for Mahrez to leave Man City because I think so. So yeah, I think they also got Cole Palmer waiting in the wings. Julian Alvarez they just signed, who could also play off the right because Holland's going to be playing the striker position. So I think with Mahrez, it's time to go somewhere. I heard PSG and Madrid are the two clubs would go to, but if PSG keep Mbappe, then I guess the door opens for Real Madrid. And I think it would be like a 30 mil, 40 mil deal. So that's a good price. And Madrid could go focus on other positions like midfielder. So obviously with like the true many was like everyone's assuming Madrid are going to go Mbappe, and that's going to take up a huge amount of their funds, even though it's a free transfer. Because honestly, I think with Mbappe, his free transfer, like all his signing bonuses and stuff, is worth more than his market value, which is kind of
Yeah, it
crazy
is.
for a
Yeah,
free transfer. But
especially with
do
image
you think?
rights.
Yeah, which Perez was willing to give up 60%, which is not easy to do for a big club because big clubs like to keep to those image rights. Trust me, I know Man United, they don't like to give up those rights at all. So, Chouameni, obviously, I heard Liverpool are the favorites. God forbid that happens. Literally, God forbid that happens. You're gonna see me and Eric just go dip the Serie A. But
Yeah.
do you guys think that this kind of puts him back like in the hunt for Chouameni, like in a little lead? Because I think he would choose. I think he'll choose Madrid over Liverpool. But
Chouameni, personally,
yeah,
I think definitely, yeah. I feel like he would much rather be comfortable in the league he's already in, the league he's flourished in. Uh, it's just more comfortable for him. I don't really think he seems to be the player that wants to take that challenge on yet. So I feel like he already knows the language. Like he already recognizes the leagues, players that plays with the national team along with him. So I think him going to PSG would make sense for him.
I'm in Madrid.
Oh, my bad. So Madrid or PSG? I'm sorry.
Madrid, like Chouameni go Madrid.
Then I think him and Camavinga would be very interesting. So seeing how they will flourish there would be interesting. But I think him going to Madrid for a few years would be good for him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going PSG because French clubs don't like to sell to them. It's like a rule within the French clubs.
Oh, they did it with Mbappe. So
yeah,
that
but
might
also
be the reason why there's a rule.
Yeah, probably because they saw PSG was willing to spend over like 180 mil for that guy. So who knows? But yeah, with the midfielders though, I have heard that Ancelotti is refusing to let go of some. Like Isco's leaving on a free, but the rest, like Dani Ceballos, Tony Cruz, well, I think should leave, but that
Should
should
just
be it.
retire.
I might be in the minority here, but I think this guy's like I think Camavinga has shown him levels this year. I'll read this comment real quick. Chouameni should go to Liverpool because Liverpool are improving. He'll be getting playing time due to the fact Thiago, Henderson, and etc. are aging and Liverpool are improving. True, but agenda, we can't let him go to Liverpool. That's basically the only
I would
reason
very
why.
much prefer if he did not go to Liverpool.
Yeah, let me not try to see a Thiago, Fabinho, Chouameni midfield, man. I'm good.
They'll get Tyler Adams and they'll like it.
Klopp will probably turn him into like freaking baby something. I don't know, but yeah. So, what do you guys think about like Ancelotti refusing to let go of like some aging players to like not accommodate a midfield signing?
well, I think he's right because if it's not broken, don't fix it. So I feel like he much prefers the experienced players rather than taking a risk on some younger players. Because I feel like if he takes that risk on some of the younger players, like and we've seen that with Valverde where he almost got punished and he got that slap on the wrist for not playing him enough. I feel like he's the manager that's more comfortable with what works than taking new risks.
Now I do get that, but there's gonna be players that he's gonna miss out on, and like he won't really be able to get them like Chouameni if he doesn't go to Madrid. So, and the aging players, although experience is a very huge factor in it, is very good for some players like Modric and I guess Cruz at times. They show how good they are, and it shows that they have the capabilities to still take on the UCL challenges and things like that. But they're getting old, man. Their legs aren't going to take the way he plays them that much longer if he continues to work with the way he does right now.
I do think it's time to go for Cruz, though. I think
me too.
His clock is ticking, especially like not really for his age because he's actually quite young in that aspect.
What is he, like
compared to
34,
Modric.
33?
Yeah, compared to Modric and Benzema, I'm guessing. But I feel like his time is up. I mean, his performances in UCL have been quite shocking. I mean, like each time he's gotten subbed off, Madrid looked like a whole different team, and I thought it would be the complete opposite.
Yo, Cruz is 32.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
He just never had legs.
He's not that old. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those players that never had legs, and like
Yeah.
I think he's also very self-aware about like his decline. He's also said like if Madrid don't want me, I'm fine retiring. Like he's not gonna fight about it. Like,
Yeah, he doesn't really want to play more. Like he's kind of done.
yeah, he's done everything. I mean, he's won 4
Yeah.
Champions Leagues,
The
won
World
a
Cup.
World Cup. I guess the Euro maybe that's the only thing he hasn't won. But I mean,
Oh,
yeah, when you have
he does
when
not
you have the
care.
World Cup, when you have the World Cup, you're
He
fine
does
with
not
not
care.
having the Euro. So I think
Yeah, so I feel like the clock is ticking for him, I guess.
yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I mean, and they have the perfect. I mean, they've kind of already. If they get Tchouaméni, then they basically replace the trinity of Casemiro, Kroos, and Modric with Tchouaméni, Valverde, Camavinga, and that's kind of crazy to think about. They replaced all 3 of them while they were still playing and brought in all the youngest players. But that's what makes them the biggest club in the world and like, why they're so successful. So
That's the way to do it. You're supposed to like integrate them slowly and not just wait for all of them to leave and just go at one window. You're supposed to do it slowly and push and like kind of ease it in. Unlike other clubs,
take
especially
hints.
yeah, exactly. Especially other clubs in the Prem where they wait for their players to absolutely decline to absolute horrific measures, Conte, and then they wait for him to get to the point where he's absolutely unsellable and complete garbage, and then try to find another midfielder.
Yeah, take hints on. And then I think the other position. Nick, you want to say something?
They're like the masters of retooling rather than rebuilding.
And
That was like I just had one sentence.
and I think with Madrid is also the fact that they don't play a certain style of like football. It's just like their style of football is winning. Honestly, that's pretty much what it is. It's just winning. Like they don't have like a dedicated style. I mean, I guess maybe transition in a way. They kind of know more for like their counterattacks ever since Jose.
That was their
I
last
guess
system, really.
yeah. Other than that, it's like I mean, there's obviously been like a system in place, but like, it doesn't have like a definition of it. Like it's just the players know what to do. Like they're winners, and so yeah, I think the other position they need to upgrade is right back, but I haven't heard any like strong links with that yet. So
Take Pavard.
take Mbappe Saga. He's on the market, by the way. Your rivals want him. Atletico Madrid. So I'm just saying. But yeah,
Try to hijack that.
yeah. I mean, obviously they were interested in Reece James, but that's not happening this year. So
Yeah, good. Please don't. Let's not ruin my day.
Let's hope.
Eric doesn't want to lose his franchise player.
No, I don't. Well, according to my coach, my franchise player is N'Golo Kante. So,
which I mean, kind of leads us to a good transition. Chelsea, moving over to the
Cool.
Premier League. Do you want to talk about the FA Cup final or no?
It's kind of over and done with.
Yeah, calm.
Not really.
All right, so I will talk about though. Like obviously, you guys drew to Leicester yesterday. I just wanted to point out one stat. You're gonna hate me for this, but
What was the comment for this stat?
the stat was that you won less home games than Everton this year.
Yeah, I did know that. I mean, I think in our home table we're 8th or something like that. Yeah, we've been
I think
terrible
you're
at
still
home.
top 7, but like you have a lot of draws.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I definitely thought that one of the main things with this administration, I guess, was going to be us building our empire at home and like having like the bridge be like almost like Anfield or the way the bridge used to be about like 10 years ago. But it's obviously still in progress.
Yeah. I saw Tuchel's comments about Pulisic yesterday. I'm not gonna talk about his miss because that was.
I mean, his
atrocious.
miss was horrendous. So
yeah. But some people
what
are
did
saying
he say?
that. So basically, I'll compare it to Mason Mount's miss, like in the Carabao Cup, where Tuchel's like, I don't want to talk about misses and everything. And then yesterday he kind of went at Pulisic in a way, even though I think Pulisic's misses were horrific. That miss was. I guess I love its comments, man.
Hey man,
But
don't talk about the LeBron James of soccer like that, bro.
I mean, I don't rate Pulisic. So I'm like the only I don't rate that guy, but I think.
Bro, he's American. You have to rate him.
I don't care.
Golden age.
I don't care. I don't care.
2026, it's coming home.
But anyway, Eric, do
but-
you have any thoughts about Tuchel kind of going at Pulisic but not going on Mount, even though one was in the final and the other one was in a rubber game in a way. It didn't really matter.
you want to read the comment because I'm not a.
Yeah, let me pull it up. think Simon Phillips tweeted it. He said, it's more than a chance. It should have been a goal. In matches like this, you have to take these chances. Otherwise, you maybe let your opponents take the point and you don't get what you deserve. It's like a broken record that happens too often.
Yeah, he's absolutely correct. Those are the chances that put us between drawing stupid games and winning important games. Even though it's really what this wasn't really an important game per se. He could have played the youth, but he just wants to play for third. I guess for morality and integrity. It was an important game, but those are the things. I mean, that's just the highlight of our season. Like us drawing in games we should be winning and missing chances like that. So I'm glad you pointed that out. Hopefully, Pulisic doesn't take it to heart, and I see transfer rumors start over again.
Speaking of transfer rumors, when we were like in Discord a couple of days ago, and you said that Chelsea are going to target signings in positions they're losing rather than positions that they might need.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's perfect. I mean, like you already know my viewpoints on that, but I'll just say it for the podcast. I think it's way better to do it that way. I mean, that's kind of in what Real Madrid are doing in a way, which I find a positive. So instead of just getting that big signing and just like make a statement with our new owner and everything, I think it's much easier to just buy what you lose in a way. So a center back or maybe a fullback in a way. So I think it's an easier transition to try to keep the same football we're playing with those new signings. So, for example, a Koundé or etc.
Yeah, I think the one problem I have with that is like I think Chelsea do need like 2 forward signings in my opinion, like on the wings, because like we said like Tuchel said with the Pulisic minutes, like
I mean,
those sit.
we need a creator.
Yeah, like obviously because I mean I think Lukaku stays next year probably. I don't think you're selling him. So, let me answer this question real quick. Ask this question: where do you think Chelsea will finish? Because Chelsea are in the rebuild, and that owner isn't like Roman, where he's going to splash some money. Eric, I'll go to you first.
Where do I think Chelsea will finish? Third, and you also can't assume that he won't splash like Roman did.
Nick, do you want to predict where they finish?
Top 4. Because I haven't really kept up with how the rest of the Prem is doing, other than Liverpool, like with their signings and stuff. So, if maybe I assume top 4 probably.
I tweeted this yesterday. I said depending on the summer, I said if Chelsea don't sign any like creator forwards or anything, I think they finish 5th. I'm not gonna lie. Assuming everything goes right with United, but if it doesn't, then they can finish 4th. But I think Spurs. I think Eric would agree with me with like Conte. Like he's profiling the right players.
Yeah, Perisic just this morning.
Perisic, Bastoni, who we all were very highly in this pod. Like that'd be a fantastic signing. Terrier from
wait. I just caught on to what Eric said. Perisic is linked with Spurs now.
Yeah, as of like half an hour ago.
That really sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, I mean, we both know like Conte's like his profile, like he knows who he wants for his system. Like that's probably one of his best attributes. Like he knows who he wants, and like and if the club backs him, then he'll do wonders with them. So, and also the fact that Spurs have arguably the best top 2 striker winger combos in the Prem with Son and Kane. So
I think
it's number 1. So yeah, I just said number 2 just in case a Liverpool fan couldn't even talk about Jota, Mane, Salah, whatever. But yeah, all they need is midfielders. If they fix the midfield and then the defense, get a center back and some stuff, they're not going to compete with the top 2 because City and Liverpool are still eons ahead of everyone else. But the third spot is up for grabs next year. So yeah, I will say Spurs will get third. So yeah, it'll be interesting. But we'll see what happens with all the other clubs. But I do think Chelsea are gonna once the ownership thing finalizes, because I don't think it's official yet, right? Or is it?
Yeah, it's not official yet. He probably sleeps at the stadium.
And John Cena was there too. Oh my god.
Yeah, great.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. But I think this first time is probably gonna be Koundé, right?
Yeah. Sevilla and Chelsea are trying to do that as fast as possible, and the value is at 80 million.
I'm just gonna assume you guys
hopefully they go right where they left off last window.
Yeah, you guys are gonna continue, so it'll be
with that
interesting.
Bald fraud, yeah. I forgot his name. The
Munchie.
Yeah, Munchie. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens with there. Other Premier League, before we go to the title race, we'll talk about that last in terms of Premier League news. Relegation, Everton stayed up yesterday.
Oh, I actually have news for that. Like
Go
something
ahead.
breaking came like 20 minutes ago. Give me 1 second.
Oh, is it the what's it called? Leeds and Burnley are requesting to.
Yeah. So Burnley and Leeds are being extremely petty right now, and they're kind of like grasping for straws because they know that either of them will get relegated. So Burnley and Leeds have written to the Premier League to question whether Everton have broken financial fair play rules after they recorded losses of about £400 million over the past 3 years. So they're really trying to like grasp for a straw here to try to get them to deduct points off Everton to keep themselves up. So I thought that was really interesting.
Theoretically, Everton could get deducted points for the crowd invasion yesterday.
Yeah, because Blackpool did in the EFL. They got -3 or 4 points, I think.
-3.
Yeah.
I think it's grasping at straw. I wouldn't personally deduct them. I mean, but the club hasn't gotten relegated in like 80 years. Obviously, the fans are going to storm the pitch. Everton, they haven't gotten
Everton have never
relegated.
been relegated.
No, like I'm not in the Premier League era, but like I'm talking about like in terms of all the eras, like in the football league, whatever the hell it was called back in 1950. Like that's the last time they got relegated. So yeah, I mean obviously. Also, we had the celebration police coming out yesterday saying why are they celebrating like that? Mostly it was Liverpool fans, of course, because Liverpool fans have a main character syndrome. It's got to be all about them. So of course they were talking about stuff. I mean honestly,
Go
ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say put yourself in their shoes and see how you would react.
Yeah,
like
I was
think of yourself as an Everton fan, right? And you're there, and you're with the atmosphere, and you're part of that mob mentality, and you see everyone with the blue flares, everyone's going crazy with the flags, the yelling, the screaming, and the pitch invades. You're telling me that you would just stay there and like not do anything? Like after this like horrific traumatic season, that you wouldn't be happy that just find like one sense of joy to take away from that? I mean, like you're technically historically one of the biggest clubs in the Prem that almost gets relegated, and then you don't on the second to last day. The celebration police is absolutely ridiculous. Let them enjoy their moment because honestly, they're not going to see that moment again with the trophy anytime soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say like escaping relegation, like especially for a club that size, like that's what the celebration would be about. Because like it's obviously it's not as good as winning like a main trophy, but it's up there because like you're escaping relegation, and what relegation would have meant for that club is disastrous because they would have lost so much money. They would have faced sanctions and everything. So the fact that they escaped it is like good for the future of the club, and next year they could just like start over in a way. Kind of hope that this leave the season in the past and move on and try to like go back to being a top 10 club again instead of like being in that relegation zone. So yeah, also big up DCL for scoring that goal. He's been injured most of the year.
That's
And
my boy.
if he was healthy for most of the year, they probably wouldn't even be in this position, probably. But
they wouldn't. I say comment on that as well because the people who the homophobic fans who were like really digging into him for what he decided to do with himself and like the magazines and all the interviews where he was wearing skirts and bras and blah, 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 and trying to break gender roles for the community of football and for the LGBT community, even though he's not a part of it. So I thought he was very brave and heroic from him. And it's quite ironic that the same people who were calling him all those slurs and stuff like that on social media, he's the guy who keeps them up into the Premier League. So very good job, DCL. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah. Before I comment, go track. Everton should get punished for spending issues and the invasion and the fans abusing Vera. What do you guys think about that?
That's ridiculous.
Why
would Everton?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Vieira situation, like what happened.
No, yeah, that's ridiculous. Why would Everton get punished for fans giving the finger at Vieira?
No, it wasn't that. I mean, it was like the fan like ran up to Vieira.
Well, Everton's not in control of that. Everton's in control of the pitch invasion. Whatever happens after the pitch invasion, like what do they have control of? Because a fan like gave the finger to Vieira and like put it on Snapchat and blah blah blah, and the Vieira reacted. That's nothing to do with Everton.
Was it like the same thing that happened with Zaha? Like they just gave him the finger?
Yes, someone gave Zaha the finger and it made that funny meme.
Yeah, I mean this one is a little different.
If they get punished, it'd be the pitch invasion itself, because whatever leads after the pitch invasion is from the initial subject.
Then it's just on the fan, like ban them. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's not on the club.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just glad. I'm also glad Vieira's not getting punished because he kicked the fan, which he's in the right to do. Because like if the fan's gonna storm the pitch, then
self-defense, man.
Like seriously, who cares?
We also had if you guys saw the video from like the Sheffield Forest game, some guy.
McBurney, was he in cleats or in sneakers?
I think it was his sneakers.
Yeah, because if he was in cleats, that's probably jail time. I
But-
mean, curb
no,
stomping
not that.
is-
No, have you seen no, not that. Have you seen the fan headbutt him?
Oh no, but I saw Oil McBurney give a curb stomp
Yeah,
to a fan on the ground.
because a Forest fan headbutted Billy Sharp.
Oh crap!
I
I
think
did
he
not
got
know
a
that.
I think he got a 24-month jail sentence, 2 years.
Yeah, well, that's fair then.
Yeah. So, I think someone also said that the Premier League don't spend that much in security, so I'm not surprised with like all
They
these
don't.
pitch invasions. So,
There's
Yeah.
people running up to Vieira, shouting in his face, and someone touched him, and they expect him to do nothing.
they start kicking people.
No.
I don't know why you mess with Vieira, but I mean, that
Yeah,
guy's.
that's the first thing. What are you
Well,
doing, bro?
I
That
think
man's
Roy Keane
shooting.
said it. Roy Keane said it like he knew if him and Vieira ever got into a fight that he'd be finished. So that's Roy Keane saying that, and that guy's like probably backed himself in most fights. So yeah,
Yo.
Vieira's not someone you want to mess with.
United Trey actually had a funny tweet about it.
I know okay about him though. He's a jinx.
Yeah, but this one's funny. Just seen the Patrick Vieira incident, and I must say, for an ex-football player and a current manager, I'm extremely appalled that in that situation he wasn't able to kick the fan even harder. It's amusing.
Yeah, so Everton are staying up, and then the last relegation spot is down to Leeds versus Burnley. For me, it's a 1-win. I don't like Burnley. I don't like Leeds. So whoever goes down, I don't got a problem with it. Eric, what about you? Since you're the other Premier League.
Leeds need to get liquidated. I'm so serious. It needs to be Leeds. It needs to be Leeds. Their fans are. I don't care if there's any
True.
Leeds fans watching this. I don't care. Your fan base is absolute scum. The Leeds should get relegated. Throwing coins at players, cheering at people getting hurt, cheering when a fan had a heart attack in the stadium.
What?
No. They booed the ambulance when they came on because a fan had a heart attack. Yeah, your fan base is absolute scum. You just have to get relegated. I don't care.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't want it. I mean, I think Leeds are gonna go down. I think Burnley is like just proven like that. Also, Daniel James relegation on the CV. I don't mind that at all. Don't mind that at all. Who also got linked to?
Him too. I can't wish on this podcast what I want to happen to him. So
He did get linked to Atalanta today, by the way.
that club's already finished. This is a disaster season for them.
Ilicic gonna fall back into depression, bro.
Yeah, what a horrific season this year from Atalanta. That's a different story.
I think me and Eric were like in the beginning of the season. We like said this should be the year they push for Serie A, but
no, they're not even in Europe.
Yeah, I think they're below Roma. They're below Roma and Fiorentina, bro. It is terrible out here. But yeah, before we go talk about Serie A, what else is up for grabs? Fourth. So yeah, we should probably talk about at Arsenal and Spurs. So this has been the whole debate on timeline. Did Arsenal bottle it this year? Are we in the right to say they bottled it when no one expected them to be in this position before the season? I'm of the assumption that expectations changed throughout the season. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
So, how much of a pass do you guys think Mikel Arteta has been getting? That's another debate.
Sorry, wait, what? How much what?
Of a pass, because like he came out and said in a press conference, thank you for the season. We're finally in a position to be Arsenal again, yada yada, because they exceed expectations and all that kind of stuff. Do you guys think that he's been getting a big pass? Because when you think about it, he took over a team that was in the Europa League final 6 months before he got there. He won the FA Cup in his first 6 months, fair enough, but he finished eighth, and this year will be fifth. In the meantime, and then in Europe, the 2 years he was in Europe, he lost to Olympiacos the first time in the round of 32, which I love Olympiacos and everything, but that's an embarrassing result. And then he lost his predecessor in Unai Emery last year in the Europa League semifinal. So Eric, I'll go to you first. What do you think about like the whole Arsenal and Arteta thing?
I think they overachieved and then they bottled it. But I feel like the media and the fans kind of set this expectation on him, and it was an expectation that he didn't make himself, in my opinion. So I think he was kind of going to the expectations of other people besides of what he knew to his best ability, and then he bottled it in the end. But I mean, although they did bottle in the end, I don't think he bottled it. I do think his players bottled it. But then again, obviously, I know it's obvious that everything that falls under him because he is the face, he's the manager. But I do think it does fall more to the players, and I think all of the signings that were made over the summer were hits. Besides Tavares, he's horrendous. He's an absolute horrific footballer. He's terrible. But I feel like they knew their weaknesses, and they fulfilled them with strengths, and I think they're headed in the right direction. But I do think, yes, at the end, I guess they did bottle it, but they did meet their expectations in a way. But then again, you can compare it to like what they did in the past with Arsene Wenger getting sacked for only finishing top 4 and stuff like that. But the expectations for Arsenal have fallen differently. Like they're different now, but the expectations for Arteta are way different. I guess that this is what they're sticking with.
Yeah, it's like for what they were supposed to do before the season started, they've done fine. But of course, they overachieved, and they were supposed to stick with it and perform better, and then they just ended up not. So tough luck. I couldn't care less about Arsenal as a club. I know nothing about them. I don't really care who they're linked to, what they do, or in the Prem or whatever. So, seeing their fans get mad on Twitter is fine for me. I don't know any Arsenal I don't think I know any Arsenal fans. So, tough luck. Do better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think the heritage and the culture of the club has changed completely, though. I feel like I hate saying this word, but I think the vibe. I'm guessing, like the culture in the locker room has changed.
Yeah.
I think it's for the better.
I think one thing I gotta say, like with the expectation, I think one thing I do think he bottled it in a way, like not like I think in the last couple of months, because that stretch where they lost to Palace, Southampton, and Brighton, I think it was his fault because he started Xhaka left back. Don't know why. The Nketiah Lacazette thing should have started Nketiah earlier, in my opinion, because Lacazette has been in horrific form this year. What else? The Saliba situation. I mean, that guy's just made League on Team of the Year, and I don't know, like he's alienated him in a way. But yeah, I just don't know. I think like Eric said, like the fans. I think it's Arsenal fans that I think that bottled the most, because like there's one Twitter account, None the Wing, and this guy was saying UCL semifinals for them next year. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro,
it's ridiculous.
relax. He's like, the only teams that could chat to them will be City, Liverpool, and Bayern. I'm like, come on, man. Like, you haven't even made the Champions League yet. You only played once a week this year. If they played in Europe this year, if they played in Europa League this year and they were doing like this good in the Prem, I'd be a lot more lenient to them. But you only had once a week football, and you got knocked out in the FA Cup first round.
Right.
So, Carabao, you went to semifinals. Fair enough. So yeah, let me go to the comments real quick. Arsenal bought it. Expectations changed throughout the season, and their fans were saying that they're the best team in the world and shit. Agreed. Arsenal is lucky that Arsenal are even in this position to have gotten top 4, because there will be competition to the fact teams report this year. That's one other thing I gotta say. Like, obviously, this is United's worst ever season in the Premier League era. Atrocious. We have a +1 goal difference, our lowest point total ever. We're atrocious. We're not gonna be this bad next year. If we are, then God help me. But God help me for real. But yeah, we're not gonna be this bad next season. You're gonna have a full year of Conte next year. It's not gonna be only 6 months. It's not going to be a first 3 months of Nuno Espirito Santo. There's going to be a full 10 months of Conte. I think that's pretty much it for top. I think West Ham are going to probably take a little step back next year again. But so yeah, I think that's another thing. What else? Where's my mouse? It is on Arteta on the board of Arsenal because they need to get experienced players, and that Arteta on the board inexperienced. Look at a bombing situation where they didn't replace him. Do you guys think that's like a factor? Not the bombing, because I think he needed to leave and stuff. Like the fact that they didn't address the January window at all. Do you think that might have been like their downfall?
No.
Fair.
Simple as that. No.
And then
it was kind of.
Go ahead.
It was kind of hard to address the Ivana situation like so quick because it kind of happened abruptly. So it would have been very hard to get the striker for the right deal. That wouldn't have just been some like SOS move. I feel like if they just signed some random striker and then like, he wouldn't fit, that would just take them a step back.
Yeah. For the coming on situation, not this episode, maybe the next one. And then Eagle has some Arsenal fan that does like the big six with Don Husam and everything. But yeah, this guy had charts and everything for percentages for top four and all that kind of stuff. I think it was like at 95% before the Newcastle game. Have you guys seen like the highlights of that game? Because they got peppered in that game. Like they were suffocating.
Was that
Like,
their
it
last
was-
game?
Yeah, this again they played on Monday that like pretty much confirmed the top like not making top four. So I watched the first half. Like when I tell you, the stats were that Newcastle had 72% possession in the first half, and Arsenal are this Pep style side or the next Pep, the air and everything. And I think what Eric said like the transfer window. Do you think like obviously they signed like the players that they signed like were good players, but were they mentally ready to be in this position though? Because like they're not coming from like the higher echelon of clubs. Like you have a relegation keeper, and Aaron Ramsdale, who has been horrible the last 2 months. Ben White, I think, is physically weak. I think he needs an aggressive, like a proper aggressive center back next to him. I think he got hunted. Tomiyasu is a good player. I mean, he just got cooked by Saint Maximin, but that's not a bad thing. Saint Maximin is one of the best dribblers in the world, so not a bad thing. Who else did they sign?
Or is
Oh, that guy's terrible. I'm not even gonna talk about him. That's the left back version of Mbappe Saga, except worse. Odegaard went hiding. Like I rate Odegaard highly, but he went hiding in that game. And just like ESR has like 1 goal contribution in the last 27 games.
Oof.
Martinelli just got the number 11 as well. So I don't know. We'll see with them next year, but we'll see what happens in the summer. Do you think them obviously they had the expectation of making top four and making big signings. Obviously, they're most likely not going to make it. Do you think that affects them a lot in the transfer window?
wait, can you repeat that? I was looking at their transfer window, and I was like trying to go through them. Repeat that. Sorry.
Oh, like so. Obviously, they were with the expectation that they were going to make fourth and like have Champions League pull in the transfer
Yeah,
window.
right.
Do you think that's going to affect their transfer window a lot, or do you still think they could be getting high caliber players because like
Oh,
their
well, I mean,
project?
that goes with every single player in the world right now. I mean, if you don't have UCL football, it's obviously a blow to your team and for your club. But I do think they can still attract those kind of the tier lower of players, which they did with the other window, which worked out well. So I don't see it to be that much of a problem if they have a good scouting department, which I think they do for now. But it shouldn't be that big of a blow. But obviously, you're not going to get those big caliber names without UCL football.
Yeah, like if they miss it out by 1 point, I don't think it'll be that huge of a deterrent, but it's still gonna not attract the hugest like A tier players.
Yeah, I think the big signing is going to be they're trying to get Gabo Jesus. That's the big signing. Even though I don't think they do need him, but they need another forward. So I think like with Arsenal, like they still have a lot of stuff to fix. Like they still need another fullback. They need a striker, most
They
importantly.
need a fullback for Tierney because he gets injured too much.
Yeah, they need midfield depth because Party is also injury prone. Xhaka and Ananya are good, but they're not like
Top four caliber.
top. Like yeah, I think like the only top four caliber player I see in that team is Saka, Tomiyasu, and Odegaard. I still think that there's a lot of work to be done. No, the players aren't already faced with pressure to get top four, and Arteta and the board knew this, and they're about to do anything, and they blame players to their age. Arsenal are proving that in the future they will compete and it will take time. It is on the fans for pushing the narrative. They're the best team in the world, and Arteta over Pep. Mickey Arteta, Arsenal fans are in Disney Plus land. Martinelli. Yeah, I mean, I don't rate Martinelli at all, but there's a reason why he was from the Brazilian third division, by the way. They kept gassing up that they signed him from that division, but there's a reason why he was there. So, yeah, he got the number 11 apparently, so.
Although they're headed in the right direction, I feel like they're headed in the right direction, but very, very slowly. I mean, they haven't even caught up to Emery's 70-point tally, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Which was Emery's best season. Like they're heading in the right direction, but I feel like it's taking way longer than expected. Yeah, and some fluke FA Cup win against some Mickey Mouse players in their first season doesn't really count in my books. So
yeah, that's the thing with like Arsenal. Like I think in this league specifically, you could get left behind very quickly, even though it looks like you're going in the right direction. Everything turns so quickly. Yeah, so like with United, we thought we were going in the right direction. Well, some people thought we were going like we finished second, and look at that. 1 year later, we're in seventh or sixth. That quickly, the league can like leave you behind so quickly, and like you need to like address it so quickly. And like obviously Arsenal, no club's gonna be close to Liverpool or Man City in the near future, like, next 2 years. But at least like Spurs are looking like they could compete with not compete with them, but like get as close. Chelsea was supposed to, but it didn't happen this year. But they still have the Champions League though. So yeah, I mean we'll see what Arsenal next year. We'll see also what they do in the summer. But I think if Arteta doesn't make UCL next year, he's gotta get sacked. Like no,
so do I.
Like no doubts. Like no offense. And
it's gonna be tough for them to see who can like try to continue that project. Yeah, because it's a very specific project catered to Arteta.
That's the issue, and that's the thing with like the contract. They gave him the contract after losing 3 games in a row.
Yeah, they've put their entire trust in this man, and it's working, but very, very slowly.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. The other top four.
We'll just go back into his room with the tactics board. No windows.
So the other top 4 teams, the teams that more likely to get it, Spurs, unless they battle against Norwich, which would be very Spursy of them, but I doubt it. Norwich that bad. I mean, so yeah. What do you guys have to say about like Spurs and like their rejuvenation this year? Also, I think Spurs arguably had the biggest say in the title race this year. They took 6 points off City and they took 2 points off Liverpool. They got 2 draws and 2 wins. So yeah, it's interesting. Eric, I'll go to you first with like Spurs and like Conte. Obviously now that they got top 4, he's gonna stay. There's gonna be no doubts about him leaving. But what would you rate his like job out of a 10?
I would say, I mean, it did start off very rough in him trying to jump ship. Like I expected him to. Like literally the next day he was trying to talk to Madrid and try to get the next flight to Spain. I'm pretty sure he definitely packed his bags at least to like the halfway point.
Didn't he offer himself to PSG?
Yeah. He was on LinkedIn. Like he was getting the in. But I would probably say a 7. And that's very high for him because I mean obviously getting UCL is almost a trophy for them, so he did what he needed to do and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean they've been fine all year, I guess. Oh, they lost to Brighton and drew to Brentford back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, that's when Arsenal took advantage and then they bottled it again. So, yeah, I mean. I think the big decision was like the Kulusevski signing that really changed it for them. So fair enough. Paratici did wonders there. So yeah, but like with Arsenal, that squad needs a lot to fix as well. Like we said, fullbacks, wing backs, center back, midfielder. So yeah, but they did make Romero and Kulusevski permanent. So that's a step in the right direction. Let's see if Daniel Levy opens that checkbook though. Because if he don't, Conte will bounce and he will go on LinkedIn and he will find a job. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. And then we're not gonna talk about United. To summarize, if they win, they're in Europa League. If they lose and West Ham win, they're in Conference League. And if they're Conference League, you're not catching me watching those games. I promise you, I'm not watching United play against random Greeks, Macedonians, Moldovans, whatever. Yeah, Spurs don't even have to win against Norwich. Just get a draw. Yeah. Conte needs the money because Spurs play the champ. I'm not gonna say they're championship level.
That's
kind of just they're not championship level, but they're not top. They're not UCL. Most of them, I think, the only UCL level players in that team right now are Kane, Son, Kulusevski, and Romero, and Lloris. But yeah, soon in front of the train. When I was on playing Conference League, I promise you, he's probably dipping if we get Conference League. If we get Europa League, he's staying. But yeah, we play Palace.
It's the trophy he hasn't won yet, so.
Yes, has won Europa League, so let's have him win that one instead of a Conference League. So yeah, basically for that game, Ten Hag's gonna be in attendance, which has me thinking we're either gonna play the best game of the season, because these players need to impress him because they know their ass is on the chopping block, or they're gonna play the worst because they're bottlers and they're gonna play like crap because that's the United DNA these days. So we'll see what happens. Also, thankfully, it is Ralph Ragnick's last ever game. God bless, because that guy's not a coach. I despise him. He won everything. So, true. But yeah, I mean, Messi's going on the trading block too because Mbappe's coming, bro. I'm telling you, he's trading him for the boost. Don't worry about it.
Isn't he going to Inter Miami in like a year?
Do you guys think that's true, by the way?
Yeah.
No, I don't think. I mean, actually, he probably does because like he does have that. He kind of has like a sponsorship deal with the Rock Cafe or whatever, and like in Miami.
Yeah.
Like every summer, I see him there like promoting like that stuff, and like I see him in commercials with him, and that Miami resorts. Like I think this have ties to Miami, I guess, but
he's got like an $8 million suite there or something.
Yeah, he does. Like he does like Miami.
It's also post World Cup, so
Yeah. We'll see.
Never know.
Yeah.
You definitely catch me at a NYCFC Inter Miami game.
Yeah,
for $400 for
Yeah,
no
God
seats.
knows how much.
That's gonna be so fun.
But I mean, get bleacher creature seats, man.
Yeah, totally.
B-Tech had last. Let's not talk about Kurt Angle on my touchline, man. Please, that guy with the stupid AirPods. I'm not talking about Kurt Angle on my touchline, bro. Chris Almas, bro. Nah. That guy's Kurt Angle with his one AirPod. Nah, I'm not talking about that guy. But yeah, United stink. God bless. Hopefully they win. Hopefully we get Europa League because I watch Europa League. I'm not watching Conference League. And I hope about them.
We've already watched Europa League.
Yeah, I already.
You know what them Thursday nights are like.
I like Europa. I actually like Europa League. It was more fun this year than Champions. Actually,
I like the anthem's great.
Exactly, bro. But anyway, title race on final day of the season, kind of similar to 2018-19 Liverpool Man City. Scriptwriters went crazy. Villa versus City. Steven Gerrard, can he finally win the league title for Liverpool? Because he definitely couldn't do it as a player. Rumors have it if City win, Villa get 25 mil for Jack Grealish, part of an installment. So we'll see about that. Coutinho plays for Villa, ex-Liverpool guy, Danny Ings, all that kind of stuff. Scriptwriters went crazy. So I think the difference is 1 point. Liverpool play Wolves. City play Villa. What do you guys think happens?
I think City win comfortably.
Yep, easily.
Well, thank God for that because Liverpool quadruple and this podcast we get disbanded because I'm not watching the sport anymore because that'd be horrific. But yeah, I mean, I pray City win. Hopefully Pep doesn't overthink it. John Stones and Kyle Walker are back. Thank God. So that should be better. Coutinho better than Aguero. Man, F Coutinho, man. Also, about this Aguero guy. This is one QPR keeper from like 10 years ago.
Yeah, hold that. Oh my God.
No, this Pat.
I know you're so rattled. Oh yeah.
Well, who is this guy, bro?
Let me get yours. God.
No. Who is this guy?
What am I missing, bro?
This guy's named Paddy Kenny, and he's like talking about, I'm so glad I considered that goal to Aguero, yada yada. Like
he said,
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Nick,
that game is match fixing, by the way. That game was match fixing. I promise you that.
So the goalkeeper for QPR that day,
yeah,
he like hates United, right? And he loves rattling fans, such as Michael on Twitter, and he's 44, and like he like had this picture of himself on Twitter like next to Rooney because like Rooney's like fat and like he's had his problems, and he's obviously younger than him, and he's like 36. So he's like, look at me at 44 and look at Rooney at 36, like I'm a better player than him. And then the fans got rattled, and then he posted a picture of like him conceding the Aguero goal, and he's like, "Oh yeah, guys, I let that one go in," and like he put money bags next to it.
He did.
And then people were thinking that he was match fixing.
It was match fixing.
Guy's name?
I mean, Paddy Kenny.
It was match fixing because QPR knew they were safe, and they kicked the ball right back to Man City to score. It was match fixing.
Yeah, cry.
I'm just saying it was match fixing. Just like the offside goal against for Chelsea in 2009. We could have won like 5 straight Champions Premier Leagues, but whatever, man. They don't want to see us win. And that Paddy Kenny guy, no one knows him. Wayne Rooney had.
Well, you do now.
Yeah, congratulations to him, man. And we also got Ryan Giggs brothers in the co-tweets as well. I'm not gonna say anything about that situation, but whatever. Yeah, that's better.
I'm pretty sure he had also made 9 saves during that game as well.
No, I know No, I said once they got confirmed that they were safe, which was like after City scored
after the game ended.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, and that's.
What no goalkeeper in their right mind is saving that shot.
No, I'm not talking about
that was never going to
Yo,
get saved.
That's
man.
at the moment. It's like the moment City scored the second goal, QPR literally kicked it right back to Man City, like off kickoff. Like they tried the FIFA, they tried the FIFA 14 glitch, except no one was up there. I just got Blake Hernandez in comment. Yo, Villa are not beating Man City at that time, man. Let's relax. No, let's just
The
relax.
Etihad's so strong, man. Atmosphere.
Man City, Villa ain't winning crap, man. Steven Gerrard hype. Or hype, man. This Lampard only got like 5 less points than him this year, and this guy was in the relegation zone. So yeah, let's calm down. But yeah, hopefully, yeah, I just hope Man City win and Liverpool. I mean, they go hold that, to be honest. Because Eric, what do you think about this? Like with the comments like that, what's it called? They have like 90-point seasons again, and they haven't won. And in other years, like 80 points is enough to win you the title. I said that like you can't compare previous years' points because like the league was different and more competitive, or like whatever. And that's what I think. What do you think?
I'm saying cry plus cope because I mean you're trying to win the league that you're in now. I mean I don't get why you're complaining. I mean you can look back at their track record and see like the games they've drawn against the Big Six. Like I'm pretty sure Liverpool like don't have the best record, like with the draws against Chelsea and etc. So I feel like they definitely did lose it on their own. Like they did lose points in certain areas where they could be ahead in the title race very easily. So if you're not winning the league, you have no one to blame but yourself. Period.
Yeah, but it's a 38-game league.
Yeah.
There's no fluke.
Whether you're
Winner,
second or 20th, if you didn't win it, unless it's like some insane match fixing, like they can bring up that like Rodri pen or whatever, like or his chest or whatever. But if it's like something that spectacular, then if you didn't win it, then you deserve to win it. Period.
Exactly. I could point out again. The Chelsea game that you pointed out when they were up 2-0, they blew it. The Leicester
lost to Leicester.
The 3-3. Yeah, Marcelo missed a penalty, by the way, in a Leicester game. You drew at Anfield against Spurs. Anfield, the holy grail. Anfield, the biggest stadium in the world, all that yada yada.
Drew to City twice. Drew to Brighton.
Yeah, we were also up 2-0 in that game as well, by the way. The Brighton game. So yeah, because I think they haven't lost in 2022 yet. Technically.
They haven't.
So they can hold that though. So
I mean,
don't lose in
they lost to Inter, but you know what I mean.
Don't lose in 2021. How about that? It's that simple. But yeah, that's it for the Prem. City probably gonna win. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So we'll see what happens. Every game's the same. Hey, do you guys think you're gonna play youth on Sunday? Probably.
If they do, I won't be watching anyway, so I don't care. But I do hope they play youth. Yeah.
Yeah, third secured, right? No matter what.
Yes, I think third is secured. Yeah, not that I care. Third and fourth is the same shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for them. I'm glad the season's coming to an end. Put me out of my misery. I cannot wait for next year. I cannot wait. But this season died when Chilwell got injured. Let's be real here. I'm be totally honest with everyone.
Yeah,
Chelsea season died when Chilwell got injured. I don't care.
He's back too. I saw the training pics.
Yeah, I mean, he's been back for individual training for a while, but he finally got welcomed to the first team training. So good for him. I'm happy for him. I remember when he got injured, people were saying, "Oh yeah, well, if we make the Champions League final, he'll make it in time." Well, I'll let go.
Also, Rudiger's letter in the player sheet was nice. I don't know.
I read it. He basically like respectfully called out like Marina on the board, and like I read the entire thing. He was really cool about it. Thank you for your service, Rudiger. Have fun in the back four, haha. So
yeah. I mean, like he said, no one thought that what would happen in like last January. So
yeah, with the sanctions, but it was even before the sanctions.
No, I'm talking about like with himself, like he said, like after Lampard signing, like when
his rejuvenation.
Yeah, like no one expected that. So
I mean, we definitely have that UCL in our trophy cabinet thanks to him. After that tackle, that was almost as big as a goal, but
yeah, because no one. If you told someone January 2020 that Rudiger would be at Real Madrid.
Yeah, I would laugh at you. I would think that he'd be like Sampdoria or something.
Yeah, so big up to him and that. And then the last title race, Serie A, the Milan title race, down to the wire, just like the one in the Prem. Milan are in full control. They need a point to clinch it. Serie, honestly, Serie might have been the most entertaining league this year. I haven't watched it that much, but the games I did watch were nice. Unless you watch Juve games, then I pray for you because God forbid
Pick
you
a
watch that.
struggle.
Yeah, pick a struggle, honestly. But Milan, they're back in a way. Especially if they win Serie A, they've done their remontada from what they were like 5 years ago in the pits of hell. And Pioli did a good job. Obviously, it's nice that Maldini's their director of football, like your greatest ever player, kind of being like the guy that created the team that when you finally come back to the top, which is nice. Also, fun fact, I heard this in a podcast. The last time Juve went trophyless, which was 10 years ago. I shouldn't say not winning a trophy this year. Do you guys want to guess who won Coppa Italia?
10 years ago?
Yeah.
Crap. I should know this. I think it was Napoli, wasn't it?
It was Inter. And guess who won the Scudetto?
Milan.
Oh, yeah, Milan.
Yeah, so similar. Obviously, Inter won the Coppa Italia this year. Shout out Perisic. And
Yeah, that was the last time they won the Coppa Italia.
yeah, so history likes to repeat itself, and it's looking like it's going to repeat itself this year. So
yeah,
I hope Milan win it. I mean, it's amazing. That's like as us when we were growing up, like our first times like watching football, Milan was like at the pinnacle of football. Like they had just won Champions League and like the top of Serie A. Kaká was like one of my inspirations and all that kind of stuff. So I'm glad to see them back. Kind of all the heritage clubs are kind of making their way back, except Manchester United. So yeah, as for Inter, kind of like I think they were kind of in control of like their own destiny in a way before, but they kind of blew it. But they also got Coppa Italia, so they're still leaving with the trophy. And they also got past UCL group stages, so they haven't done that.
Those allegations.
So
did it without Lukaku.
Yeah, so you like regroup and you go again next year. What happens? Obviously, I think the Milan buyout is kind of in trouble right now, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, it's a fun Serie A season, and hopefully Milan win it. If Inter win it, that's good for them as well. So I don't mind who wins it. It would just be nice for Milan. Also, shout out Rafael Leao because this guy's an amazing player.
Saying, man.
He was the catalyst for that run in because at the end of the season, because he's been scoring or assisting everything. Fernando Santos, let me tell you something, bro. World Cup 2022. If I see that Portuguese guy, Diego Jota, start over Rafael Leao, we're gonna have issues, major issues. But yeah, so big up that. Tonali, clutch as well. I think he scored the brace a couple games ago. Tomori, amazing. Theo Hernandez, you guys saw the solo goal that he scored against Atalanta. That was amazing.
Yeah, I did.
Answer this question. Will it take a while for Juventus to come back? So Paulo Bill Pogba was going to Juventus because this guy only likes to play at two clubs for his whole career.
Di Maria
is also going there. I'm of the assumption that I think it's Inter and AC's league to run for a little while. Eric, do you agree with that?
Wait, repeat that.
Like, I think it's AC and Inter's league to run for a little while.
Oh,
like,
Milan. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. I think it's back and forth between them too.
So if you guys had to say, like, in how many years do you think Juve can win the Serie A again?
4.
3 or 4.
3 or 4. It's interesting. So, like, obviously, the ball is leaving. We don't know where he'll go yet. But I heard
if
some
it was
people.
Roma, that'll be nuts.
That'd be amazing, That's crazy. Zaniolo, the Bala Abraham. What a throw.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
But, yeah. So, Juve, I think, what's their lineup going to be? It's going to be Vlahovic.
And Keane.
Oh, they signed him for whatever reason.
Morata's going back.
Yeah, so it'll be like
Yep.
When Chiesa comes back, I guess the front three will be Chiesa, Vlahovic, Di Maria.
I guess so.
Pogba's coming back. Let me tell you, Pogba, you have issues with Rabiot in international level, but you chose to go be his midfield partner at the
you tell Allegri to start Arthur.
That's even. Oh my god, that's such a bad midfield.
Arthur is still their best midfielder, even though he's horrible.
Yeah, I know they have good youth midfielders, but I don't really watch the Italian youth, so I'm not gonna say.
Who's replacing Chiellini?
Rugani.
I didn't want to say him.
Good lord.
I still be Benucci and De Ligt again next year.
Yeah, it'll be Benucci and De Ligt.
Chiellini was a backup anyway.
I forgot De Ligt was a person, man.
He's not good. That's why. But
he's not good. He's just average. He's like extremely average.
Yeah, for the expectations that people had of him, it's like it just. I mean, that's that whole Ajax team, but yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
The whole Ajax team, right? I told you about it. Let's go. No, nothing. All right.
What about it? But yeah, so yeah, with Juve, I mean, none of us are going to be complaining about their downfall. So
No, it's perfectly fine.
No, I'm dancing.
yeah, yeah, I mean, they should probably sack Allegri, but they won't. But that's their fault. So yeah, Delict and Ajax team need Delict doesn't need to come Man United. I promise you, we don't need that. I'm good, man. I'm not paying 80 mil for that center back again. I'm good, man. We have one to deal with, not another. But yeah, any other news?
I have very important breaking news.
Tell
What
me.
is it?
You guys are gonna lose your minds. You remember that AFCON ref who tweeted
Oh yeah,
who blew the final whistle at the 85th minute?
What
he's
do you
gonna be
get?
cool. He's gonna be
What-
reffing at the World Cup.
He's gonna be reffing the World Cup.
Oh my god.
Listen, man.
By the way, no English refs are at that World Cup again. By the way,
Listen, man. If my house might have to get raided by the police if he blows the whistle early when Croatia are losing or something. Because there will be my neighbors are definitely calling the cops 3 a.m, and this guy and Croatia are 1-0 down against whoever, and then he blows the whistle at the 80th minute with Perisic or Sosa on a counter attack on the left hand side. Yeah, I'm losing my mind. You ever see those videos of those Albanians shooting their guns at the TV? Yeah, it's gonna be me. You're gonna see me.
AFCON refs probably better than Premier League refs. Yeah, it's not hard to be honest, but yeah.
Refs who
You
can't
would
tell
say that
time
Man
versus
United fan?
racist refs. Interesting.
No, F this champ. By the way, the Ten Hag chant is so bad.
Do you really expect a good chant at
No.
Old Trafford?
No, I don't.
Besides silence and the casual yay after a goal?
Other than CR7's chant, the rest of them are
Yay.
dead.
All we do is say yay after a goal and sue like every other game.
Trying to see if there's any news.
The casual yell when they see a rat in the cafeteria.
Yeah. Too much. Yeah. Mbappe's salary for PSG got leaked. Hey man. Yeah. Shout my grandma in the background. So yeah, Mbappe's contract offer allegedly is a 300 mil signing bonus and 100 mil net per year.
A lot of money.
That's as I like to call it generational wealth. Because you could feed everyone with that kind of money. But yeah.
Yeah,
Also, the Serie
solve world hunger with that. Come on, Mbappe. What are you doing?
Also, the Serie awards came out as well, which is nice.
Serie what?
Awards.
Oh
No,
yeah,
they didn't.
Immobile got striker of the year.
Yeah, Nick's not happy about that.
Stupid.
Well,
You know, it's not Vlahovic, so it's all right.
He would have won it if he didn't leave.
he would have won it if he was a good striker and scored goals.
Exactly. You see? Eric sees it.
No, if he didn't play for a dinosaur. But yeah.
He signed the contract.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's like I'm not absolving him of any blame. I'm just saying like that's the reason why. And then best midfielder Marcelo Brozovic, best defender Bremer from Torino, best goalkeeper Mike Maignan, who I have as the second best goalkeeper in the world.
What? Who?
Maignan, the Milan
okay.
keeper. And the best under 23s player Victor Osimhen.
Bro, just give him best forward, bro.
He's a better striker than Immobile, so
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
not
Is
wrong.
he though?
Yes, he is.
Is he though?
He is though.
Yes.
He had to team third. He had to team first at some point before he got injured. So
That was November.
That counts.
was Lazio first at any point?
No, they weren't.
There you go.
Well, I mean, they have
And
a
then-
fraud as his manager, so
Well, Maurizio Sarri should be a better manager than whoever Napoli's manager is.
I mean, he's not.
But I'm saying. But yeah, and then Niko Kovac is back as well.
He's a
Wait, you
Wolfsburg.
talking about Spalletti?
Yeah, isn't Sarri's meant to be a better manager than Spalletti?
Yeah, I mean, he's meant to be, but he's not. He's
I'm
hurt.
not, yeah, but he's meant to be. Like, that's the expectations.
Yeah,
Yeah, Niko Kovac is back at Wolfsburg.
we have unfinished business.
Yeah. Also, shout out Hamburg, who are winning in
Yes,
the playoff.
please.
Yeah,
Yeah, good for them.
we all love heritage clubs being back in the leagues it deserve. Also,
Well, they're
Nottingham
not back
Forest.
yet.
Well, hopefully get back. Like when Nottingham Forest who are in the playoff final against Luton Town. So please win because I'm not trying to see Luton in the Premier. No offense to them, but like let's be real here.
Why not? That's 6 points.
Yeah, but like I like the storylines. Like also, there's gonna be another club in the Prem with more Champions Leagues than Arsenal.
Oh, storylines. So what? Like Luton beating United twice a year? That's a good storyline.
Also, I'm not trying to play in that stadium, bro. Nah. Also, Forest, another Champions League team in the Premier League that has more Champions Leagues than Man City and Arsenal. I like that.
Yeah,
It's always nice to have more European champions in your league.
Oh wait, you know what we haven't talked about?
Oh, Huddersfield, not Luton Town. My bad. I don't know why I said Luton Town. I think they lost to Huddersfield.
Yeah, they did.
I don't like Huddersfield either. Yeah, who cares?
What did they do to you? Can't
I think
spell
they
it.
beat us. I think they beat us 2 years ago.
There you go. Always a reason.
Nigga, what you about to say?
Yo, shout out Frankfurt, bro.
Oh yeah, you. Completely
Yeah, no
forgot.
comments on my profile picture.
Shout out
yeah,
Kamada,
Frankfurt. Yeah.
Shout out Hasebe, who is putting his
the
end
king, the genius, the
to a
captain
brilliant
himself.
career. Is finally coming to a close. A Bundesliga legend, absolute Bundesliga legend, and Hasebe finally gets his European trophy. Good for him.
Kevin Trapp put on an amazing performance.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak about Rangers because I'm disappointed with Giovanni Van Bronckhorst.
Hold.
Because
Ooh.
if you had brought in Ahmad, you would have won. So you know what? He
Mike
can
was a
hold that.
Tory. No, I'm kidding.
He could hold that too, though. But like if you letting an Arsenal player take the penalty and Aaron Ramsey who bottled it because he doesn't care because he's going back to Juve. Right,
He's also Welsh and hates Tories and hates the Queen, so he probably did it on purpose.
So they can hold that.
Rafael Borre, amazing pen to win the
win
it.
Also, people like 5 good pens.
Also, people, about that. Every single pen was a 10 out of 10. Every single pen was absolutely unsavable. It was phenomenal.
Except Ramsey's.
Except Ramsey's, yeah. But the people saying, "Oh wow, interesting how the 11th place team in the Bundesliga won the Europa League," and like they're trying to use that as a diss. That's literally a compliment.
Yeah,
because you can put in a different tone that the 11th place team in the Bundesliga won the Europa League. So what is it about the Bundesliga like in a positive note instead of a negative note? So you're saying that like your team or your club who's top 4 in your league couldn't win a European trophy, but the 11th place team in the Bundesliga did.
They went unbeaten. Like
they went undefeated. They did not lose a game in that tournament. Were they inconsistent in their league? Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, yeah, they were. But when it came to crunch time to win a European trophy against very formidable opponents, they did it. So
you could tell which one they cared about more.
Yeah,
they knew they weren't going to win Bundesliga.
So very happy for them.
I just want to say that game was very boring, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought it was a good game.
I enjoyed it.
I didn't like. I thought it was boring, but that's just me. But also because I rate the teams, but like in the last few years we've seen like bigger Europa League finals in a way. I guess no disrespect to them, but like the Europa League, like we've seen more bigger clubs. Like I wanted Leipzig, West Ham in the final, like and Kuku versus.
Games get what you want.
No, I'm not saying that. It's like and Kuku versus Bowen. That's like a good matchup right there.
You know what I think is funny? That Ollie Glasner, the Frankfurt's manager, left Wolfsburg in June of 2021, and he finished above Wolfsburg just by 1 spot, but also ended with a European trophy. So
yeah, good for him. I mean, I would instead of having big clubs in the Europa League finals, I'd rather watch players like Kamada absolutely run the pitch rather than Bruno Fernandes. So
yeah, but that's what we had the Conference League for.
Yeah, exactly. For teams like United.
Okay, first of all, enough. Second of all, also no, I don't. Who said I want to watch Bruno Fernandes play? I don't want to watch that guy play.
I didn't say that.
Okay,
I'm just generally speaking. Like instead of having like big teams with absolute mediocre players, I'd rather watch individual performances.
But like Leipzig, West Ham is a lit final.
Well, they should have won.
Then they should have won. Yeah, they should have won their games.
No, I'm not taking credit. I said credit away. I'm giving credit to Frankfurt and Rangers. I said the game wasn't good. I thought Leipzig West Ham would have been a better matchup. Like
true, but I think if honestly,
now I get what you're saying. Yeah, it would have been a much more fun game.
I don't root for these teams, so I'm just trying to watch a fun cup.
Yeah, neither do we. I
that's
thought
fine.
it was a good final. It ended in
I was-
pens. The extra time was pretty well.
Well, I didn't want it to go to extra time because I have PTSD. So
The first half was very boring. I will give you that.
No, yeah, completely.
The second half, obviously, the second half had the goals and like a couple.
Because they were both
saves,
scared.
But like, it's not even that final. Like, I just think cup finals have gotten so boring as of recently. Like, I can't remember the last time I watched a fun cup final. I'm not gonna lie with you.
You're talking to me, bro. Come on now.
I know
Chelsea
you
City
don't-
was a fun final.
Slip up that one. Oh yeah, I mean besides that,
Bayern,
Okay,
PSG
no,
was a
okay,
fun
it was a
final.
fun final for like Eric and stuff. Like, as a neutral, like, it wasn't like the most entertaining final.
I think that's because of Liverpool Spurs. After that final, they all just
Yeah,
kind of.
that final killed everything. No, that final might have actually killed the whole sport. No, I'm not even joking.
maybe
I'm
if you
agreeing with you.
actually
That's the
like
point
started
I was
making
making.
finals, that'd be more fun for you.
No, I'm talking about from neutral perspective. Like, I don't want to watch my team in the final. When my team's in the final, I don't want it to be fun. I just want to win. I don't care if it's the most boringest game and they win. I don't care about that. I'm just talking about like from a neutral perspective.
Yeah, well,
Chelsea Liverpool finals were fun to watch, but the fact that there were no goals kind of takes.
Okay, obviously I disagree. Obviously,
yeah,
the worst time of my life.
Okay, yes, like when your team's in a final, it's different. I'm talking about like neutral finals where my team's not in there. Like I want them to
But
be
like
fun.
Leipzig, West Ham, like I honestly think that it would have been like 2-0 Leipzig in the first half, and then you would have been bored for the rest like 60 minutes.
I just think it's the way teams approach finals. It's like rightfully so.
That's why the first half is usually boring in a final. I mean, like for teams that never meet each other, the first half is usually extremely boring.
PSG Bayern probably had like the most fun first half of the most recent cup finals.
Yeah, and the second half was dead.
There's chances out the ass, man.
Yeah. So
Mbappe, looking at you, bro.
Yeah, you're probably a Madrid player right now if he scored that goal. But,
Oh well, he didn't.
Yep.
So.
Well, he didn't.
But yeah, that's just my problem with cup finals in general. I just think
I get what you're saying for that.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully the like conference league finals fun. On paper, it sounds interesting.
Roma Feyenoord sounds very fun.
But Jose's gonna play the deepest meme block you've ever seen in your life.
Exactly.
So
it's gonna be a 9-1. And it's gonna have Abraham up top, bro.
Well, up to Feyenoord.
Yes, sir.
Really want Feyenoord. I am pleased, Feyenoord. I
want Roma to win. I want Roma to win.
Yo, give me a Feyenoord 4-3 win with the
Michael only wants Roma to win for one specific reason.
No, it's not.
Really cringe, honestly.
No, it's not. It's not because they hate you because of Abraham. I'm not saying that.
Nah, it is like that. Like,
no, it's not. I like Roma. I like him as a
That's
team.
literally cap. Can you name 5 of their players?
Yeah, I got you right now. Sergio Oliveira, Karsdorp, Felix Gian, Zaniolo, Abraham.
All right, fair enough. Karsdorp, a dead baller, by the way. That he shouldn't count. He hasn't been good like 3 years.
Mkhitaryan, Pellegrini.
All right, fair enough.
Also, Jose touchline in the final is hilarious. So if they win, that's true. Yeah, the guy's prime time.
Yo, this guy named 6 players and didn't mention Smalling.
Yeah, because he's dead. Well, no one cares about him.
He's your best center back right now.
I would be my best center back right now. You're not naming White's accomplishments.
If a certain number 9 can play for that club, I would want them to win for Zaniolo because ACL tax. But yeah, Feyenoord, come on, Feyenoord.
Oh, Spinazzola, bro.
I mean, I was saying Tammy Abraham has a European cups, European trophies. They can win another one.
Yeah, he does. So what does he need this one for? Because Roma, the community shield. You have a UCL.
Because Roma haven't won a trophy in like 12 years.
Good. Who cares? I don't care.
I like Roma. Yo, Totti, it's a good club.
Yeah, that's 20 years ago.
Now, also, Manolas played for them. Like they've been good to the Greeks. They've been good to the Greeks though. Holebas, Manolas, they've been good to us.
Holebas, what a man.
So I like the club. I don't hate them. Like I hate Juve. Chris Smalling better than Harry Maguire. Yo, my grandma outside weeping is better than Harry Maguire. As sweeping as a center back and like just regular, bro. It's not hard. Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Good luck to the Conference League finalists, I guess.
Go to Feyenoord.
Yeah, we'll be there next year playing FC Copenhagen or something. I don't know.
Copenhagen. I've been a fan of them for quite a while.
Yeah, which whatever. But that's pretty much it for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. In terms of future plans, next week I got an episode with Statman Band's coming out.
Oh yeah.
So determine the date for that. That's to be determined. And then next Friday we'll be back. UCL final preview.
Is there?
All that kind of stuff. Madrid, Liverpool.
A la
Madrid.
Modric.
Eric has a streak to uphold.
It cannot fail. It will not fail. It will not and cannot fail.
I don't want Madrid to win, but because I don't like Benzema Cruz, but
this Benzema Ballon d'Or push. Oh my!
No, it's so stupid, bro.
Wait, what?
Nah, if you read my art,
criminal,
if you read my
win
article,
the
okay,
Ballon
what
d'Or.
does the black man have to do with Ballon d'Or push?
He's a criminal.
Whoa, wait, what? Wait, what are you talking about?
No, okay. Obviously, Benzema not a good person, but I'm telling him respectfully, just as a player, he deserves the Ballon d'Or as a player.
I'm so
because-
lost.
That's great. So did Lewa. I don't give a shit.
Okay, I know who said Lewa didn't deserve it.
A lot of people.
Yo, what's
I don't
going
care
on?
about
I'm
those
so
people.
lost.
I'm talking about. No, I said Benzema Ballon d'Or push after he beats Liverpool is gonna be amazing. The prop.
Yeah, okay, he's gonna win it. Yeah, and
Yeah, so Nick just said he
And I don't want Benzema to win it.
oh yeah, fairs. Okay.
Oh, but you're bringing up off-field stuff. I think the on-field stuff is like.
Oh,
the
okay.
Ballon d'Or-
Yeah, we should call it here. Yeah, we should.
Yeah, let's
we
call
should
it. Yeah, let's
we
call
should
it end here.
yeah.
But I'm just saying. But yeah,
Yeah.
Ballon d'Or push for Benzema.
Gross.
Modric's team of the year push. We'll go into
Should
push
be in
that
it
prop
anyway.
as well.
It should be in it anyway. I mean, he should probably top 10 Ballon d'Or. I don't care.
You
Yeah,
should.
but some for footballing people, you need to win something to for them to push the prop and everything. But then
Yeah.
and then Vinicius MIP push. They need to introduce that award. And
Yeah.
and also Liverpool tears on my timeline will be amazing. That's another thing. But yeah, pretty much for that. So tune into that next week and any social. Oh yeah, follow the I'm bad. There you go. Follow my Twitter at Michael_Griggs26. Follow the pod at Juego Pod. Even though we haven't tweeted on that platform for a while. But yeah, we'll probably get back to doing that. And do you guys have anything you want to plug?
Not really, no. But good luck to Man City. Hopefully they win the league.
Yeah, please.
And
I'm saying that. I can't even say it. Nah. Yeah, you just say it for me.
No,
Yeah,
bro, you
yeah.
said that you hope Liverpool loses.
Yeah, I just hope Liverpool lose.
yeah, go to Man City.
And go to Milan.
Go to Inter, which I think both teams will win anyway, and they'll stay stalemate. But
And big up Blake for all the
Yeah,
comments.
thank you, Blake.
thank you, appreciate it.
Nick, you want to plug anything?
I'll plug the Yankees podcast, and we actually have an episode coming out
Yeah, Los Yankees.
At what?
at Boogie Down Pod on
Nice.
Twitter, I believe, for the Boogie Down Bombers podcast. Yes, sir.
Boogie
Go
down.
Rangers, by the way. Bring it tied back to the Garden. Let's go.
Go Hurricanes.
You suck.
As for basketball, I'm not talking about that sport. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All
Go
right.
Celtics.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and peace.
Peace.
Take it easy.